Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll be able to help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I've been taking advice from one of those Instagram dating coaches, and it's causing more problems in my marriage than I ever had. So, Mike, I want to know if I'm being manipulated. I don't want to say the name, but I'm a really big fan of this guy on social media who gives women dating and relationship advice. What's his Instagram? Nah, for market research purposes and whatnot. Is it Derek Jackson? I've purchased this book and paid for a few one-on-one sessions, and all his advice did was cause issues in my marriage that I didn't have before. Yet another example of trying to fix something that ain't broke. And now I'm starting to see all the men in his comments calling him out for pandering to women. Pandering to women is profitable. I didn't even know what that word meant, so I looked it up. Like this video if you think she's dumb as shit. Do you think he's just telling women what they want to hear to make money off us? Yes. Or are those men just mad that he's giving women the tea on men and he's messing up their game? Please let me know what you think. Nah, baby, name names. Who's the Instagram dating guru you've been paying the advice for? I'm gonna tell you right now, women don't want to hear this, but lying to women is profitable. If you're a woman and the man that you're talking to, or the woman that you're talking to, but more so the man, because a woman just might be as delusional as you. But if a man is telling you everything you want to hear, nothing he says makes you uncomfortable, then he is in fact pandering to you. And I'm gonna be honest right now, women worry about men so much. The people you need to worry about of doing you harm or being salacious or having an ulterior motive are not the ones who say some ignorant shit but is real to you. Nah, that's not the person you need to worry about. If you're overweight, you be like, well, like, is my weight a problem? And I'll be like, yeah, you're fat. You need to lose weight. I'm not the bad guy. I'm telling you this because that's the truth. And guess what? You understanding that gives you the option to see something as a flaw and work on it. If you come to me as the same person and we're like, is my weight a problem? No, girl. If he can't accept you for who you are, then kick him to the curb. That is someone pandering to you to make money off you because you're like, oh my, here's another session. Here's another session. Here's another session. He's like, ha ha. That's all he's doing. Never listen to the man who tells you exactly what you want to hear. I don't care if you're dating, if you're going to a therapist, paying for sessions, one-on-one, life coach, whatever, because nobody's perfect. Nobody's without their flaws. So if every time you come to him with a problem, you're not the issue and the other person is, it's a good chance that that person is just telling you what you want to hear to keep you coming back. And I don't know if this is the person you're talking about or not, but Derek Jackson is a perfect example. He's telling women how men should treat you. Don't accept this, don't. And he's doing everything he's telling you not to accept. Gets caught cheating on his wife, doing crazy stuff, leaves her. She's on live looking like a hostage. I love my husband. We're going to work through it. Like, did Shorty dirty. You know what I'm saying? A person who is in that field giving that kind of advice to women should be held to the same standard as like a pastor. No one's perfect, but you can't be a pastor and be out touching on the, you know what I'm saying, on the youth. Keep it YouTube friendly, but you know what I mean. You're the last person that should be committing that act. I'm not saying you got to be perfect, but you can't be doing that and be preaching the word. You know what I'm saying? Just like you can't be a dating coach telling, yeah, women don't accept the dude who's doing this. And then as soon as you clock out the Zoom, you're in a parking lot getting slurped off by the coworker while wifey's at the crib maintaining the household, rearing your youth. It doesn't work like that. And then people and women are still buying his product and buying his nonsense. I did some deep diving and I'm a better person now. Let me get back to selling you women a dream. Come on now. You even said it yourself. I'm having problems in my marriage that I'd never had before. What did you go to him for? Or did you just get caught up in the hype train where you saw everybody flocking to this social media guru, this dating guru or whatever, and he was like, I want to be a part of that, and then got swept under the rug, you know what I'm saying? You got caught up in the tidal wave, and now you're just one of the flock. You're one of the sheep in his herd. Now he's selling you a book, selling you some services. You going back to him, man, yeah, well, I was told that, and your man like, yo, shorty, get out of my face with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ruining a good thing because you're listening to somebody who don't care. So yes, he is pandering to you to make money, and he's misleading you. Go back to whatever you was doing before to make your marriage work, or you go to a licensed therapist. Not even someone like myself. I'm cracking jokes, but I'm definitely gonna give you some real game. But you go to someone who's not picking a side, who's not here to make money off a woman's feelings or not. She's gonna go in there and tell you straight up, nah, you need to do this for your man. Hey, and you need to do this for her. That's what'll really help if there was issues before that. But you going to some Derek Jackson type dude online, you're bound to be single just like the rest of them bras that he be talking to. So my advice to you is get a real therapist, a real counselor or whatever, and stop paying homie because he's clearly swindling you. And all the dudes in the comments that are saying he's pandering to you, those aren't dudes that want you. They don't even know you. They have there's no benefit for them telling you what he's doing. They don't get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, well, if I can get her to not believe him, maybe she'll let me crack. It don't work like that. Men see it and be like, man, this dude corny. That Poppy Chulu dude. Send your girl 20,000 just cause. Get your lame ass out of here. I be listening to dudes like that thinking that's the real world, then you end up single. Stay alert, stay alive. My girl took a charge from me and went to jail, and now she's mad that I'm not waiting on her. Yo, Mike, tell me if I'm the asshole. So a while back, me and my girl got pulled over while I was driving, and I had some drugs and a hammer in the car. I already know you're the asshole. I was already on parole, so I asked my girl to say it was her stuff, and she'd only get probation, so she did. Stay alert, stay alive. Well, she got sentenced to 3 years instead of probation. Nah, that's super duper nasty work, and I'm 110% not here for it. I was holding her down the first year, but I found someone else after that, so I stopped dealing with her. Nah, that's a cold world we live in, huh? Now she's telling everybody how foul I am and how I did her dirty. But let's be honest, no one made her take that charge. She made her own choice, and now she gotta live with it. Like this video if you think he's a piece of shit. I was thinking probation. I would have never agreed to wait around 3 years. If I went to jail, she know damn well she would have left me too. Yeah, but the only difference is you wouldn't be in there because of her. You be in there because of you, cornball. She needs to take some accountability. That's like kryptonite to women. But what do you think? Was I wrong, or does she need to just move on like I did? So here's the thing. Yes, she did make her own choice, and now she has to deal with the consequences because you ain't a lawyer. You ain't the judge. Nobody knew what the consequence of her taking that charge would have been. So there's no guarantee it was going to be probation. But you being insensitive to her feelings, knowing that she did that for you, shows that you have a major character flaw. Now, should you have waited around for her? I don't know. I never agreed to be with somebody who's doing 3 years in jail. I know for sure I wouldn't have been faithful 100%. And even if I moved on to another woman, I don't think in my heart I'll be able to just leave her there and not send her money. Put money on her books or answer her calls. I just don't think I would have that in me to do somebody like that who did me a favor by taking a charge. Because her doing that clearly shows that she loves you. And yeah, you found someone else, you held her down for the first year, now you found somebody else, you know the new shorty like, oh yeah, you got to cut Alicia off. No more press 5 if you want to talk to the inmate. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. You like, all right, block her or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now you got to do that because you found this relationship or whatever. But something tells me you going to put the new shorty in the same imminent danger you put the old one in. I think you need to fix you before you do anything else with any of these shorties because you're contaminating the waters. Now, her and the new girl, after you didn't ruin them, get put back out in the dating pool, then someone like myself come along, how you doing, baby? I know dudes like you, y'all. And they be like, oh, bro, who hurt you? You know what I'm saying? And then she tell me it's you that wrote the letter. And I'm like, damn, bro, now I got to write him back and tell him I need to fade because he's messing up the dating pool. But all jokes aside, it is very insensitive. Oh, she needs to be accountable. Ain't no accountability. Yeah, she took the charge. She's doing the time. All she's asking is that you be there for her. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm clearly picking up on this is that the love she had for you isn't the same love you had for her, because if so, even if you were slicing and dicing little joints on the side, which I'm pretty sure she would expect, you ain't Papoose, she ain't Remy Ma, you ain't about to be faithful the whole dip, you know what I'm saying? But you could have done that and then made sure when she came home, y'all link right back up like, you know what I'm saying, like a gold chain. But instead, you just want to leave her and move on. I don't know what happened. What could she have done wrong to you to make you not want to be with her? Or did you just was hitting something and caught feelings for the new joint and was like, man, I can't wait 2 more years for Shorty to come home. I'm with this now. I don't know. You're definitely an asshole and slightly a piece of shit. And it's not because she took the charge. Like you said, you didn't make her. You was like, yo, babe, you know, they're going to make me finish out my term. And she's like, all right, I got you. I don't want to say that's a fair ask, Because as a man, you should take responsibility for your actions. You had the joint, you had the Schedule 1 narcotics in the will, and now you're getting pulled over. Stand on it. You was out there operating outside of the lines of the law. You get jammed up, do the time. You know what I'm saying? Or go tell on somebody else. I ain't condoning snitching, but I'm just saying, as a man, you're supposed to take the brunt of that. You're not supposed to put that on her, and you did. So, yeah, bro, I can't. I think you just manipulated a girl that was wildly in love with you, and then once she was disposable, you got rid of her. So yeah, you're definitely the asshole. I gotta side with her on that. I hope the lesson that she learns from this is to never do no shit like that again. Never. Be like, bro, nah, you want to be out there, you know what I'm saying, busting the moves and all that. Now, I will say this before I wrap it up. If she was tremendously benefiting off the lifestyle you were providing by slaying and banging, then I can understand why she might feel the need to step up to take the charge, because like in the Biggie movie, he say, whose ratchet was it? He was like, I put my socks on first in the morning before I grabbed my strap, or whatever he said. But he knew that he was taking that charge so Big could go out there in the world and become the story he ended up being. And when dude would come home, it would be all set for him. So she probably thought, I'll take this little charge so he could keep operating and keep us good. And then you didn't do that. You left her stranded. So yeah, you are the asshole, bro. So try to make that right with her, man, because I think karma gonna spin the bend on you something crazy, and it ain't gonna be nice. Stay alert, stay alive. My man found out what he saved as in my phone, and now the relationship might be over. So Mike, my boyfriend found out what the name he saved as in my phone actually means. What is it? I couldn't find my phone one day before we left out to go to a friend's house for a game night. So he called it, and when it rang, he found it and saw that he was saved as a bunch of sliding boards. Let me guess, because he slid in your DMs. He asked me why he was saved as that, and I didn't want to tell him. I said it was just a joke. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. So when we got to the game night, he told our friends what had him saved as and asked my friends what it meant, and all the girls started laughing. Nah, that contact info be brutal at times. He demanded to know what I meant, and I told him that the first time we had sex, it kept sliding out. Hey, yo, not you blowing up the spot at game night. That's top tier nasty work. So jokingly, I saved you as sliding board, but I just never changed it. He said I humiliated him. Yeah, well, that's because you did. And now he's so insecure that he doesn't want to have sex with me anymore, and our whole relationship has changed for the worse. How can I reassure him that I enjoyed it and it was just the first time that was happening? You know who I blame for this whole fiasco? Your friends. Because they knew the backstory and they blew you up. You know what I'm saying? This is probably how it went. You and dude, homie went out. Let's just say his name is Kev, right? You and Kev go out. You tell the girls in the group chat, yeah, I got a date with that dude Kev this Friday. We going to, you know what I mean, whatever. Okay, cool, girl. Have fun, whatever. Next day, yo, I was a date with Kev. Girl, let me tell you. So we go to the restaurant, good vibe. Brought me flowers, opened my door, valet, all this. You know, he was dressed to the nines, handsome. I couldn't keep my eyes off him. We start having a couple drinks, you know. I start feeling it a little bit. I was like, yo, let's go back to my place. So we go back. Girl, tell me why we was in the middle of doing it, and that thing just kept sliding out. Are you serious? Yes, I don't know what I'm gonna do. That's crazy. You know what? I'm about to put sliding boards as his name in my phone. Joke over, right? Then I don't know what happened between the sliding board session and the next time you saw him, but whatever he did was enough to make you wifey after that. Because you said in the letter, it was only the first time it was like that, it was good after that. So he might have been nervous the first time. His meat was only on like 80%, pause. It wasn't a full 100. So the 80%, it was heavy, but it wasn't solid. You know what I'm saying? It was heavy. So he needed to get it all the way, you know what I mean? So then when he came back the second time, he is on full health. The health status bar was already on max, and and he was like, yeah, you're bae now, because now my back is cracked. You done blew me through the mattress with the full wood. I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely here for it. First time, slip up, nervousness, cool beans. I see what you working with. We good now. So your friends knew that. You spun back into the group chat. Girls, update. Kev came back through last night. Now I got to go see a massage therapist because my spine's rearranged. He put it down. Okay, glad it worked out. Now y'all together, because you said it was only the first time. After that, it was good. So here's the thing. He would never know what he would be saved in as your phone, because I was engaged for a long time, and I still to this day don't know what I'm saved as in Shorty's phone. I never looked. I don't care. So it just so happens that he found your phone. Oh, here it go. Yo, sliding boards. What's this about? And I'm going to tell you something right now. You're not wrong for keeping it like that, because when I get a phone number, I don't care if it's man, woman, whoever, whatever I need to identify so I can remember who that person is how I save them in the phone. And I very rarely ever change it, because that name is associated with that person in my brain. So if I change it, sometimes I'm like, who? Jason who? Then I gotta look through the text messages like, oh, okay, I know who this is, instead of Jason Comedy Store or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I don't change the names either. You probably just didn't do it. Here's the issue. You get to the party, I don't know, first of all, I wouldn't even have got to the party without finding out what that meant. Sliding boards, what you trying to say? What's this about? I'd have automatically been pressing you, you know what I'm saying? What's popping with this? We wouldn't even have got to the party until I got the answers, you know what I'm saying? And then I might have even lied then. Nah, when I first met you, I just thought like you was like acting childish one day, so I put like sliding boards, like you should be going to a park like a child. I'd have just said any nonsense just to throw him off. Never would I told him that. Because you know how men are. You say something about the piece or the pockets, yo, you broke or you meet, it's over. He never recovering from that, you know what I'm saying? So I'd have lied and said something. But then you get to the party, he's like, hey, she has me saved as sliding boards. What do you guys think that means? And the girl, they the only ones laughing. The dudes in the party like, hey, what's that mean? The chicks is laughing. He know them as your homegirls. You like, yo, nah. Tell me right now what it mean. And then your dumbass was like, okay, the first time we did it, hey, everybody listen up. First time I let him beat, he kept sliding out, so I put sliding boards. Never changed it. My bad. Humiliated him in front of the group chat. Now the boys is like, oh, slippery. They calling him slip and slide. They calling him six fags. You know what I'm saying? They giving him all kind of crazy names. Your friends are still laughing, but they know the truth. They know that he came back on the second go around and tore you to pieces, but you ain't saying that. You just said, oh, this is what happened and I never changed it. So yeah, you humiliated him. But here's what you should do, right? Here's my advice to you. You go talk to him or whatever, but like, yo, you worried about this. It was a joke. Haha, yeah. You might have been nervous, whatever. Remember the second time when I couldn't walk the next day? Yeah, I remember that. You wasn't sliding board in. Matter of fact, I should have put lumber emojis in there because you laid the wood. You know what I'm saying? You was laying the wood to me. Let me change that right now. Lumber emoji, pipe fitter, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Construction worker, because you was hammering something. All that. You got 60 different emojis now, all masculine emojis. But like, babe, that was the first time. It was a joke, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know we was going to be what we are right now. That was the first time I ever met you. I just thought it was going to be a one and done. And you spun back and gave me that work, and I was like, oh, I love him. And now we good. Don't worry about that. You know what you be doing in the bedroom. Knock it off. That's just how you got to deal with it. You got to reassure him, change the name, you know what I'm saying? And then just move on with your business. He'll be all right. The relationship ain't over, but fix that. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment. Let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows? Maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure to read it in the future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.